ACL Nation, we are less than 2 weeks away from the National College Cornhole Championship. We're going to interview the champion from 2018, Branson Oliver, as well as go over all of the heavy hitters that you need to be watching at that big event. This is the ACL Throwdown. ACL Nation, we are going to have Branson Oliver of Jacksonville State on the show this week. Again, he's going to talk about his big win 2 years ago. I can't believe it's already been 2 years since that big win, and also what it's like to be competing in his third National College Cornhole Championship, so stay tuned for that. Of course, but first, my hashtag Trey's Takes, and let's preview this 2020 National College Cornhole Championship. The third of its kind. This event, giving away over $50,000 in scholarship money, is another monumental event brought to you by our friends at Johnsonville. The weekend is going to feature what it normally does: college singles championship, a college doubles championship, and this year a pro and college invitational. So ACL pro players, 8 female competitors, 8 female ACL pros paired up with 8 college students. That is going to kick off the weekend to start on Thursday, December 31st at 4 p.m. on ESPN2, so you want to check that out. But what I want to spend my hashtag Trey's Takes this week on is previewing some of the collegiate players to watch this for this event, especially on Saturday with the ESPN3 and ACL Digital Network broadcast of college singles, and of course the grand finale on Saturday, January 2nd at 2 p.m. We'll be recording the broadcast for the college doubles championship. Will air on Sunday, January 3rd at 1 p.m. But some players I want to highlight. Let's go through some of them. The first I want to hit is Sam Milner. Not many people recognize this name, but Sam Milner was actually one of the only players in qualifying last year prior to the final bracket to go undefeated. Many different players came in as heavy favorites, but Milner was the only one to emerge as that undefeated player. He's not really going to have a big target on his back. Not many players know his name, but he's going to be a consistent player out of the Miami of Ohio that I really think can make a strong push. He's also going to be competing in that ACL Pro College Invitational alongside Christine Papke, which in my eyes is going to be a very tough matchup for anybody to compete against. Also, we're going to have Alex Lapard, NC State University. He is not a player that has played. It's going to be his first National College Cornhole Championship, but he has been playing in the competitive cornhole circuit within the Carolina Conference. The kid is good, ladies and gentlemen. And many people, again, are not going to know who he is. He's going to step up the board with a great bag, and he's going to beat up a lot of people. The question for me will be, once he gets on that main stage, which I anticipate he will, can he continue to have strong finishes and fight through those nerves and have a successful first National College Cornhole Championship? A duo that I am very excited to watch, Ryan Hunter and Dawson Adams. Ryan Hunter, this will be his third National College Cornhole Championship. The first two, the key has been for him finishing. Okay, both of those events he came out swinging. In the qualifying and in the pre-tournament play was lights out. One of the best players on all of the boards. But whether it came to a play-in game in 2019 or in 2018, that first game on the main broadcast court, it just wasn't there for him. Don't know if it was nerves, don't know if it was pressure, or just happened to have a bad game. What I'm looking for Hunter is, can he finish this year? Pairing alongside Dawson Adams. Dawson Adams is not a name a lot of people are going to know, but he grew up in the game in the Carolina Conference with big names like Danny Blanks and Eric Ryder and Shane Andrews and a bunch of those top players from the Carolina Conference. He has played with them at a younger age, went off to college, hasn't played in a few years competitively. But if he can get that rhythm back going like he used to throw, watch out for Hunter and Adams. out of Appalachian State. Moving on to Blaine Rozier, the TikTok and Instagram Reels phenom. I'm interested to see if he can take those pretty bags he's throwing on TikTok and Instagram and bring it to the main stage out of Auburn University. It's going to be fun to watch this guy, so stay tuned for that. He'll also be competing alongside Allison Peters in the ACL Pro College Invitational. Noah Hughes, a member of the College Cornhole Council, will now making his second appearance in the National College Cornhole Championship out of Bridgewater College, and he made a broadcast last year in college doubles and was very impressive for his first ever appearance there. I really love when I see first-time players on a big stage make a big impact and really put together a strong performance, and that's what I saw out of Noah Hughes last year. Can he do the same this year, and can he get a big win and get into that top 5? And then finally, we have our final two that everybody is going to be watching, our final two groups. First, our guest today, Branson Oliver, 2018 National College Cornhole Championship out of Jacksonville State. Really impressive performance, but this season will only be competing in college singles. Played with Dustin Travis the last 2 seasons. Dustin graduated, so it's just Branson, meaning he can't compete in college doubles. But I'm excited to see him compete both in the ACL College and Pro Invitational alongside Sam Finley and in college singles. He's going to have a big target on his back and a little bit of pressure here. This is his final year that he's going to be able to compete in this event, so I'm really looking forward to see how he handles that pressure and if he can go out on top or if he struggles a little bit with that pressure. And finally, our reigning champions, Isaac Green and Austin Slowbaum. Austin Slowbaum, also the reigning singles champion. They are going to have the targets on their backs. Remember the incredible epic finish that we had in 2019, the overtime win that we saw. Isaac Green puts up the 4 points to push it into overtime, and Austin Slowbaum carries the team in the last round to the victory. Great team performance, and Isaac Green really played exceptional on that day. And if they're going to win again, especially in college doubles with the stacked field that we're going to have this year, the most stacked field we've ever had, it is going to require another epic performance by Isaac Green. We know we're going to see it from Slowbaum. The question will be, will we see it again for Green? Can't wait to watch that team from UVA-wise, and I hope you guys will all tune in throughout the weekend. I will say, this year we do have a team from Clemson University, so make sure you're watching them too. I'll be cheering for them on the sideline, not too loud, not too loud. All right, guys, let's get to my conversation with Branson Oliver. We'll talk about his excitement level and what his mindset is going into his 3rd National College Cornhole Championship. What is up, ACL Nation? I have the 2018 National College Cornhole Champion, Mr. Branson Oliver of Jacksonville State University. Branson, man, it's college cornhole season again. You getting fired up? Are we getting ready here?
I'm excited. I've been playing about every day now, so getting ready for it.
There you go. Getting fired up, getting prepared. I love to see it. So, there's a lot of new people in cornhole since 2018, and they may not have been watching, the National College Cornhole Championship back then, but we rewind 2 years ago. You came in, you and Dustin Travis come in from Jacksonville State. Not a ton of people, I would say, had you pegged to win. You guys win that first ever championship event. If we rewind back to that day and back to that championship, what was it like to win not only a national championship, but a national championship in cornhole and the first one ever?
Well, like you said, when we came into it, not that many people was picking us to win it, except like the local community. That's the only few people that knew us. They were picking bigger names that were playing in the northern and eastern part of the United States. But we went in there expecting just to do our best and have fun with it. And we ended up, we won it. And after we won it, we were celebrities in the state of Alabama, local community at JSU. And ever since then, we've been known as the Cornhole Champions at JSU pretty much. So that's been pretty cool. A great feeling being a national champion at JSU.
Yeah, and they made you guys rings, right?
They made us rings, trophies. We had a lot of they took us out on the football field, the basketball stadium. So it's been an awesome experience ever since then.
That's incredible. Incredible. It was so much fun to watch. You guys did an awesome job, and I loved kind of the victory tour, if you will, that you guys got to go on coming out of that win. So, fast forward a year later, last season, 2019, obviously completely different, right? As far as going into the event, right? Because now everybody's looking at you two. And so, and one, how do you guys think you guys handled that pressure? And what was your overall thoughts on your performance last year in your second National College Championship?
I felt we handled the pressure pretty well, but it definitely felt some weight on my shoulders. Dustin played really good the whole tournament, but I sucked. I played awful. I will admit to that. I was definitely the weak league last year. But Austin Slowbaum, he was on a roll last year, and he just went through the field. He beat me in singles and doubles. So playing against him, I knew I need to step my game up to compete for this year. So I definitely don't have that weight on my shoulders anymore since I'm not the reigning national champion, but I definitely want to go to repeat a national champion this year.
Yeah, I think that's a great mentality to have, and you're right. It's going to be really cool to see, you two are definitely going to be kind of the faces of this event, and kind of seeing how you two kind of go head to head will be really, really exciting. So, yeah, this is your last year of eligibility, right?
Right.
I guess technically you have another year of eligibility, but it's gonna be your last year in college. So,
right.
Graduation coming up in the spring for you. When it comes to cornhole, kind of, what's your future like? Are you see yourself as a competitive player in the future, someone that's going to take it more casual? What's in store for Branson Oliver after Jacksonville State?
Well, once I graduate, I'm kind of going to get more involved with it, maybe go pro, but more of supporting my local community, playing a lot more local, like Alabama Cornhole Club and things I started out playing with. But if I have a lot of more free time, then travel a lot more, shoot for the pro name, play a lot more ACL, and get up there with the big pros and play against them one day once I graduate. So that's hopefully my mentality right now.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you too. I think it's great. We've already seen some of our, guys like Matthew Stout and Anthony Kissel, Timmy Jonas. Mm-hmm. Those guys came up through, the college system, right, if you will, and now ACL pros. So I'd love to add a Branson Oliver to that list. So you told me just before the call, I thought Dustin wasn't going to make it this year, but you're telling me now he's going to be able to make it. So, I think it's got to benefit you a little bit, right, to be playing with someone for the third year in a row. There's obviously some chemistry there. So do you think that gives you a little bit of an advantage?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it does. He had a lot of things come up the past few months, so he thought he wouldn't be able to play. But then he hit me up the other day and said, hey, I'll be able to play. So we're going to try this to win it one more time, compete this year, try to get our title back and bring it back to Jacksonville State, hopefully. Yeah,
there you go. So, all right. So we're going in last year. It all comes down to this, right? So it's right. This last championship. What's the goal, or what's the mindset, or maybe neither one of those? What are you looking to accomplish going into this National College Cornhole Championship?
It being the last year, I just want to have fun with it, enjoy the moment, have a little farewell tour, being our last year. Just do the best we can, hopefully repeat the way we did our first year. But honestly, just have fun with it and just enjoy the moment being there, honestly.
Well, New Year's weekend, we're going to have some fun. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
it'll be a great weekend full of cornhole, ESPN, and some great collegiate cornhole players. So, Branson, thank you so much for joining me on the Throwdown this week, and good luck at the end of this month. We're pulling for you, and we'll see if you can take that title right back.
All right. Thank you, Trey. Thank you so much for having me.
Branson Oliver had a great, fantastic first year in the National College Cornhole Championship in 2018, was crowned champion. So thank you for joining us, Branson. I wish you luck. And this time, you're still coming in with a big target on your back, but Let's see if you can go after Mr. Austin Slowbomb. We know he is going to be the guy that everyone is gunning for this year. If you are a college student and you want information, you want to get involved in competitive collegiate cornhole, you can go to iplayacl.com/college. Check out all the information there and contact us to get a league set up, to get a club set up, intramural sport, whatever, maybe even compete in this year's National College Cornhole Championship. So check it out. That is all the time that we got this week for the American Cornhole League. This has been your host, Trey Ryder. We'll see you guys next week.